Hello everyone, welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena, playing more Premier Draft Outlaws of Thunder Junction. What is this card? It's Greed's Gambit. 4 mana, draw 3, gain 6, make 3 2/1 flyers. Oh yeah, this is awful. I mean, it's a finisher, I guess. Archive Trap is fun, but, I mean, in the right deck. But you obviously have to take the Rattle Worm here. I mean, I don't know. I might get bullied out of green. I don't usually stand up for myself when a color is not coming around, but this is much better than all the other cards, so I can at least try to be green. Well, pretty solid blue here. I'm not excited to first pick Crown. Red-blue is just not that good, but Outlaw Citra is good in every blue deck. And a lot better than, for example, like Giant Beaver. And more splashable than Essence Capture. Also certainly better than this Lotus Ring. Not a fan of this pack. The green cards are not much good. The blue card, it's not that good either. I think I'm gonna take Explosive Derailment. You know, it's decent. It's okay removal. Wouldn't be too unhappy to have that in a red deck. I mean, I'd be happy to have it, even. What is this? Archmage's Charm. Some decent white cards here. But I think Prickly Pear is sort of best? I don't know. Maybe not. What do you do instead, though? Grab an Archway? Take the fall and try to play the Izzet multi-spell deck? It's not very good. I think Prickly Pear is the best card here. We'll see how it goes. What is this? This town ain't big enough. Well, we could try the Izzet deck. Although, I mean, who knows? Razzle Dazzler might just wheel. Nobody likes that card. And Thunder Salvo is good in the blue-red deck as well as being good in just other red decks. I mean, the thing is, Razzle Dazzler is kind of like a cornerstone of the Izzet deck. It would be nice to have some if I'm going to end up having to play it. And This Town Ain't Big Enough is like also quite good in general in blue decks. Although not that great in red-blue, probably. I don't know. I'll just take some more removal. Could be wrong on that. What is this? No. I mean, it's a decent red card. Take the Fall's okay. I don't know. I don't like where this is going. Jailbreak Scheme would be the kind of tempo play, but I'm not sure what my other color is yet. It might be blue, but it might be red. Sorry, black. I'm happy to have a Peddler. That's fine. Okay, it looks like it's probably blue. I mean, Slick Sequence is really good in that deck. Maybe we get lucky and wheel Crown? Probably not, right? Oh, no. I'm got confused about what this card was. No, I think we want the... I mean, honestly, I don't want any of this. Maybe it's just Quick Draw. It's very cheap to cast. It works well when you're trying to attack the opponent and kill them. Like, I don't know. Iron Fist Pulverizer, I think you're supposed to take... I don't know, you want to be tapping out a lot and just attacking, right? I don't think Essence Capture is all that good in the Izzet deck. I'll take Pulverizer. Turn the Favor is probably fine in this kind of deck. Well, I don't know. Is it wrong to take the green card and then, like, not stick to it at all? I don't think it is. I wasn't offered anything green. So the question is not, like, should I have taken the green cards? It's should I have skipped Rattleworm and taken something else? I forget what else was in pack 1. I do think blue is probably our second color, so I'm not going to take that Assassin. Skullcrack, no thanks. I think I just grab a Razzle Dazzler. I mean, geez. Dust Animus is really good. Do you splash that? I don't think so. Thunder Salvo is also very good, but I need some creatures. Right? You can't just run removal. And Razzle Dazzler is a good one for this deck. Failed Fording, maybe? Yeah, it's just a tempo play. It's that or the Mind Raider, and I don't want one that badly. I hate this. Okay, but that's what we're doing. We're playing the Izzet deck, and we're going to try to make it work. God, this... Is this even good? I don't know. Probably it's better than Prickly Pear. Like, Prickly Pear is a better card for sure. But I think we're trying to do the double spell thing, and hopefully this will pay out well over time. Stitcher pick 5 is quite exciting. Nobody on my left is playing blue. No, it doesn't show up. It doesn't flash the stuff if you pick it during... If you claim it during a draft. That's good to know. Picking a Peddler there could have been fine, I think. But Jailbreak Schemes are just... It's nice to have a couple of these when you're trying to get in and kill them. Another Razzle Dazzler is lovely. Don't really want either of these, but it wouldn't hurt to have some draw. Gold Pan should be good with Razzle Dazzlers. Can make them a little bit bigger while they're unblockable. I don't know. Caught in the Crossfire? I mean... I don't think I want a second Return the Favor. 1 is going to be hard enough to use. 2 would just be miserable. We got the other red creature back anyway. I took a 2-drop over this, right? Like Peddler or something? Jin helps double spelling. Plot, I mean, I don't care for this card, but I think it's pretty good in this deck. This is the deck for it. Harrier Strix, I mean, I don't know. It's a flyer and it costs 1. Those are its main selling points. I don't believe I want a locomotive, but... yeah. I don't know. Put it in for now. Quilt Charger? I don't know. I mean, these are both not... You know what? Let's take the haste thing. That might matter. Ooh, Terror of the Peaks. That's a good one to open for sure. I'll take it. Pretty cute with plot stuff, too, because you can plot something, then cast Terror of the Peaks, then cast something for 0. Get the ETB trigger immediately. Take a stop cold. Oh, wait, what is this? Ionize. Counter a spell and deal 2. I think I'd rather just have a stop cold. I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb, but I want to be like tapping out on my turn often enough, I think, that I don't want to hold up mana for Ionize. Plus, maybe it could wheel, although I doubt it. Breaches. I mean, we don't have any way to make treasures, I don't think. Do we? I guess I have a locomotive I could sack. But anyway, breaches is just not going to be good. Gold pan, I guess. That makes a treasure. It's just not enough. Breaches could very well wheel as well. Nobody wants that card. Scorching Shot? I mean, don't get me wrong. I want the Roadrunner. I love Canyon Crab, but this is not the deck for it. But I think Scorching Shot is like, you know, it's a very good rate for 5 damage. For some reason I thought I already had one of these. Failed forwarding is fine. This is Ariete again. No, I've put together a decent collection of cards, I think. I didn't even look at the reprint card. Hopefully it wasn't amazing. Either way, I mean, Thundercell is pretty solid. Number 3, is it, or 2? Number 3. I kind of like the Demonic Ruckus, honestly. Nice plot activator. I mean, this doesn't... I'm not running 2 gold pans, but I don't think I'm running this reflection either. I mean, oh god. Maybe we could run Rodeo Pyromancers. I hope not. It does help with double spelling. Yeah, the counterspell's okay. The Ionize didn't come back. I forget even if that was this pack or last. I think it was this pack. So I think Locomotive is still right out. It's 5 mana for a 6/5 that stops your other stuff from attacking. Not all that good. A lot of non-creature spells, which is fine. The deck thrives on those. But we do need a decent complement of creatures. I think this is plenty. We could cut 1 or 2 and still be okay. But we are going to mostly want to cut non-creatures here. Quick draw, I don't think is that great here. I don't have that many creatures. I'm trying to kill them by attacking with unblockable creatures, not by winning close combats. Caught in the Crossfire can go. I think Return the Favor can go. Gold Pen can go. So for ossification, I mean, I think it's pretty reasonable here. It makes Razzle Dazzler a much better like top deck because you can cast it and then cast, or just like a better play in general. But you know, if you're casting a Razzle Dazzler after a Ferocification, probably the Razzle Dazzler was a top deck. Most of the cards you play after turn 3 will be. It lets you play Razzle Dazzler and then another creature or another spell, which gets the counter and makes the Razzle Dazzler unblockable, and then you give it haste, and like, isn't that nice? So it's tempting. I don't think you can really play Rodeo Pyromancers. They want to be in this deck, but they're just not good. I think I get rid of Stop Cold as well. Like, I have decent just actual kill spells. I don't want to spend 4 mana tapping something down. Iron Fist Pulverizer, I mean, it's a decent top-end card for this deck. 2 damage to face is pretty good. Oh, let's get rid of the Slick Shot. It's like, we're not doing crimes. Okay, so we're now down to 13 creatures, which I feel like is about the lowest I can go. We are committing crimes, but just like, it's not that good a creature, and it doesn't like do what the deck is actually trying to do. So what do I have the draws? I know there's Seize the Secrets, Duelists, Slick Sequence. What else do we have? Oh, Demonic Ruckus, that's true. Strix, I mean, not really. Strix's main advantage in this deck is that it costs 1. Enabling double spell flexibly. I'm not sure that's a good enough reason to exist. I really don't want to cut any of my draw because I have so little of it and I want to cast multiple spells per turn, right? You know, and you can enable that with like plot, where you plot something and then next turn you play it for 0 and play something else, but you know, you do need to be drawing a decent number of cards to play a lot of spells. I mean, I feel like I don't have to spell that out for you. Brimstone Roundup, I guess, is the other reason to want a flyer, right? But it's also just good for the Razzle Dazzlers. I think I like Scorching Shot over Thunder Salvo. But, oh, you know what? We can get rid of Outlaw's Fury. I just don't have that wide a board state. I'm kind of feeling like I ought to cut Ferocification too, because I just like don't have that many creatures. And if you ever have this with no creatures on board, it's absolutely horrible. Yeah. We're getting there. We can probably cut a land, right? Yeah, that's fine. We have a couple of double red cards, or is it just one? Yeah, I cut Return the Favor, so it's just a Scorching Shot and the Terror of the Peaks, which I figure by 5 mana I'll be okay. I don't need to go 9/7 just for Terror of the Peaks. So the question is, do I want Phantom Interference at all? I kind of feel like I don't. I know counter spells are good, but like I said, I'm trying not to do that. And just maybe cut one of these removal spells. I have a lot. You know, actually, I could cut like Explosive Derailment. It costs 3. And hopefully I can get my Thunder Salvos to do enough damage anyway. Okay, let's stick with this. I'll give it a try. I mean, we're gonna have to win with aggression and tempo. It'll be hard to stand up in long games with this kind of deck. Texconsonite. I don't think Texas and Wisconsin are adjacent, are they? I don't know if you can be a Texconsonite. You know, I'll keep this. It's kind of sad, but you know, maybe it was, I don't know, maybe it's wrong. Failed forwarding ought to help me, like, sort of stay in the game tempo-wise, and I have some of my really, really good Outlaw Stitchers to follow up with. Okay, nice to see this. Would really welcome a land. Mountain would be best, but any land. Otherwise, I'm in some trouble. Green and 1, specifically holding up island and colorless, or any color. Well, I guess I pass. I don't think attacking is a good idea. Oh, well, I guess I could do this and try to actually hit a land for turn. Yeah, I should do that. Do this now, just, I don't know, I guess there's no reason actually. It doesn't even, oh my god, I keep getting this confused with failed with the, this isn't the one that draws. And it doesn't surveil because I don't have any deserts. It's the 1 mana one that gives minus something and draws. I don't know why I can't keep those cards straight. It would have been nice to keep this in hand, but I mean, I don't know. Cutting down their mana is nice too, I guess. Turns out it didn't really matter. Yeah, I mean, this is very, very bad. Missing the land and then them just like loading up on value. God, okay. There you go. A third. That's exactly what I needed. If only I had failed forwarding still, huh? I could bounce bow. There's no hope. There's no reason to stick around. I'm out of here. I'm dead in a turn or two, and no Even if opponent does nothing, I'm dead in a turn or two. Any exciting dailies I forgot to adjust? Creatures, Orzhov. Okay. I mean, I could reroll the Orzhov, but I don't know. I might just bang that one out and construct it after this. It doesn't take that long to cast 5 spells. Mistborn. Okay, I mean, this is definitely a better draw. A creature would be nice. Highway robbery. I would love one of those. Just kicking it off right now, huh? Nothing to do in hand? You already know what you don't want is lands. Okay. What the hell? This is a 3/3. Well, at least it doesn't have an ETB effect. I could bounce this. It's kind of sad. But yeah, I think I do need to keep board control, or keep up on tempo. God, this sucks. I can't even play this and then this, because this requires a creature to target. Okay. Well, now at least... I mean, this. I wish I had this a little bit ago, but this is pretty good. It's still not blocking, so I can wait till next turn to like cast this, then Slick Sequence or something. Or play this and then this guy, something like that. Maybe even just, if I draw land, I could Pulverizer and then Ruckus or something. Creatures have haste. Oh, I hate this. This is so big. Yeah. I guess I could have responded by Slick Sequencing a Mercenary if I were really afraid, but I don't think things are that dire. I don't know, maybe they are. I guess it's a crime. Well, sorry, play this. This isn't an outlaw? Oh my god. I thought I was getting a treasure. And then I was going to draw off Slick Sequence. draw and loot. Okay, I mean, I guess I'll just go die. Mountain is pretty good. I think it's kind of too late. I should have used the slick sequence last turn, it turns out. Or, you know, the turn before I played this guy. They actually topped that. Why? Yeah? A 4-5 is almost good. I mean, it looks like they're going to hit me for 5 or more next turn. What if I plot the Outlaw Stitcher? I think that's actually the way to go. Because then I can get like a 6/6 zombie, which kind of deals with things. If they kill me now, then they kill me, but I think this is the best way to have a chance of getting back in the game versus just like living a little bit longer. You topped one, and then you... Oh, God. Okay, fine. Wait, what? Oh, this triggers twice. Oh, and so does that. Oh, my God. Oh, boy. Well, that'll do it, but I'm just going to cast a couple blue spells before I go. I guess it's Brimstone Roundup into Slick Sequence into this guy. Finally getting that precious card draw off of Slick Sequence. I think I would have rather had the 5 life or whatever it was. Shouldn't have played the island yet either. I guess it doesn't matter. I couldn't have had double red. Yeah, I mean, this is what happens when you play a bad color pair and don't even get good cards for it, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I have some good cards. I just don't have enough proactive stuff, or I don't know. The first game was kind of just, I don't know, bad lands, because I kept a 2-land hand and didn't draw the 3rd land in time. Game 2, I don't know, I just never did anything. I kept a hand with no creatures. And then I still tried to get cute by saving a Slick Sequence instead of killing a mercenary. Okay, this is, I mean, about all I can ask for, and I'm finally on the play. Maybe we could win a game? I was on the draw those previous 2 games, wasn't I? Let me go look. Yeah. Not that being on the play was going to help much in either of them, I don't think. Oh my goodness, the mirror. Wow. Let's bluff a combat trick? Okay. Good. I wanted to check something, by the way. I'm trying to understand better how stops work, in like how to get stops in the right part of combat that you want. I think this puts a stop in the beginning of combat. And then if you want to stop somewhere else in combat, you can play something else. You can put a stop once we get to combat. Yeah, so now I'm in the beginning of combat. And if I want to put a stop somewhere else, I can. But there was, I think, a stop in the combat for me. I think you just play out the Stitcher for a 1-4 and a 2-2. I need some board presence, and plotting it would be nice, but that costs 5. So I'd be skipping this turn and next turn to get this to be bigger, and then maybe get these two. I'm just going to try to draw a 2-mana spell instead. I'm on like a 4 trophy winning streak? 4. So it would be nice to get a trophy here, but it does not seem likely. Okay. It's pretty good. Order! Oh my god. I was supposed to play this first. I don't know why I thought I wasn't. I don't know what's wrong with me. At least I can pretend to opponent that I just drew that. No, they did it wrong. You were supposed to draw 2 cards there by casting this, holding priority, while it's on the stack, Slick Sequence. Oh. Okay, I guess I must have just drawn this, or else they're as bad a player as I am. Great. I love doing nothing all the time. Each discard a card. Okay, so they made me discard my land. Oh, it's so miserable to be me. I don't think you were supposed to attack with the shark. Just let me out of this game. Let me out of this draft, I guess. I've never seen anyone play this. It's so bad. Why would you put it in a deck? Ah! mean, so many lands too, right? 11 lands in the top 17? I'm only running 16. I should be getting like 3/8 lands. But I don't know, it's like 6/8? Well, the good news is the extra counter on my Razzle Dazzler didn't end up mattering. I ended up trading it for a Loan Shark, and it would have traded just the same if it were a 2/3. Okay. Goodbye, cruel world. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.